What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? What's up with it? What's up with it? What's up with it? Got YouTube. We on IG with it. What's up with it? What's up with it? What's going on? What's going on? What's up with it? Today I want to talk about something that what's going on, Humphrey. Today I want to talk about a topic that I think a lot of people want to know: how to make $100,000 a year. And let me tell y'all something. Yeah, y'all need to get I'm about to give y'all the game real quick. Let me tell y'all something real quick before I talk. I got my 5 points. I'm gonna take you through. For some of you guys that don't know me, my name is Dr. J. Taylor Jacobs. I am a portfolio manager of a business development and investment firm. Something that I built from scratch. I'm a part owner of majority owner or minority owner in 8 companies, and 5 of them are 7-figure plus companies, which is pretty dope. I'm in the industry of technology, education, finance, and real estate. And I just want to say what's up to y'all. And I want to talk about something that's extremely important. First, let me say this. For people that say $100,000 ain't shit, are absolutely crazy. Because $100,000 a year is a strong amount of income for a person. Now, if you're talking about for a family, $100,000 a year is still a strong income for a medium to moderate family. You don't need a lot of money to build wealth. And here's the biggest thing that most people fail or they miss out on. We think that you need a lot of money to build wealth. No, you need a strong plan to build wealth. Because I can say $1 million ain't shit because I've blown $1 million before. So I can say $1 million ain't shit. Well, that's just because of my lack of execution with that $1 million. And I think it's very important for us to understand. Okay, I think it's insensitive for people to think that $100,000 is not a lot, especially when only. What's going on? Words, Taylor. What's going on? I think that it's insensitive. I think that it's demeaning to people who have and currently make $100,000 a year. And I think that when you look at statistics, you realize that 72% of Americans live paycheck to paycheck. You look at the numbers. When you look at the numbers, you can tell and you can look at that only 20% of families make 6 figures a year, and only 6% of families make $100,000 a year. I think those are the current numbers. 6% of persons make $100,000 a year. The numbers can kind of be a little bit inflated because of what they call that, the pandemic, but the numbers are still the numbers. So now, since I got that off of my mind and what I wanted to say, I want to talk about getting to $100,000, because you can't get to any other number like wealth, $1 million a year, $2 million a year, until you first learn how to master making $100,000 a year consistently. There's a couple of things that I want to kind of notate for those that are trying to get over there. One of the biggest things, I would never be the person to tell you. I would never be the person. I'm only going to save this live and upload it to the cartel. So if you're not a part of the family banking cartel, you're going to miss seeing this live. So if you want to get this live, you need to join the family banking cartel. It's absolutely free. So now that I got that off my chest, and so now that we can understand that $100,000 a year is still a strong marker to hit. Now, the first thing that we have to notate, and I want y'all to do this, write this stuff down. Okay? Write this information down. When you write this information down and you actually apply it to your life, you're going to see your life begin to absolutely change. Now, number one, um, I've been teaching for 10 years. I went to some of you all know my story. I actually went to what's going on, Meek? Oh, Meek, I do need to sign. Let me charge my iPad. I do need to sign that thing. I'm glad that you're on here. Um, hold on one second. Side note, y'all, Meek the Zillionaire, uh, how to open up a whole life policy. What's up? What's up? What's up? Go to bizcofinance.com. Bizco finance. Meek the Zillionaire on IG. She looked at my credit report, and she actually sued. She actually sued Equifax for me, and Equifax is paying me $4,000 because of the unlawful information that they were keeping on my credit. So a lot of you are trying to just remove those inquiries and those reports off your credit without suing these people. And Meek and her team actually sued Equifax on my behalf, and we won with the very first. We won with the very first bureau. They paying me $4,000 in a settlement because of what they've done. Because of that, paying me $4,000. Let me see if I can pull it up real quick before I start today's little lesson. But I do want y'all to understand. And yeah, y'all may want to start following me. She bad to the bone, and she's going to be a part of the cartel. So if anybody's not in the cartel, those are the type of people we bring into the cartel. Real gangster, real gangster with this financial stuff. All right. Somebody said, did it go to court? No, it mediated. They mediated out of that. They didn't want to go to court. They wanted to pay and get up out of there. Okay. So going back to that, Meek is gonna come to the cartel and set it a freaking blaze. Just wait. She's coming there. So now, I've been teaching for 10 years. Meek IG, somebody, Meek, put your IG there so they can follow you. I appreciate that, Major. What's going on, Major? Listen, if y'all ready to get today's information to learn how to make $100,000 a year consistently, press the number 1. Let me see. If you want to learn how to make $100,000 a year consistently, press the number 1. Press number 1, press number 1, press number 1, press number 1. Press the number 1. Okay. All right, bet. So let's go ahead and get into this information. I got 5 points that I want to present to you, or 5 points I want to deliver to you, and I want to give explanation on why they are important so that you can be able to make it for the rest of your year and the rest of your life. Now, this is what I want you to understand, and I want y'all to get this in your head. This is not the first point, but I want y'all to understand, a lot of y'all are trying to generate passive income before you mastered active income. Please hear me clear. Okay. We can, okay. That can just be the prelude. This isn't number 1 yet, but I do want to talk about this. A lot of y'all want to get to 6 figures without working. And let me tell you something. A lot of y'all may be working hard. You may be working your job, but you may not be in the right industry. So first and foremost, let's identify. Damn, we may have 7 points. I didn't even put this. So hold on, let me add this real quick. This is gonna be point number 1. Point number 1 is to get active. That's point number 1. Write that down. Get active. Point number 1. What's going on? What's going on? Point number 1 is to get active. To get active. Write that down. Get active, right? So many people talk about passive income. I want to make passive money. And you don't realize that the boatload of wealth is built from active income. Okay. So many of us want passive that you never master active. It's very important for you to understand this. Everybody talks about Warren Buffett, but they forget the fact that he actually owned an investment firm and he got paid as a service to manage people's money. Okay. We talk about Jeff Bezos. He started off with active income and he's still actively in his business. Go look at the most successful people in the world and you will realize one thing. They have more focus on active than they do passive. More focus on what they do actively than what they do passively. I appreciate that, mate. So one, you got to get active. That's number one. Stop this passive shit. Man, I just want to get passive income. I want to no, I'm actively engaged in my entire portfolio. A lot of us are not in the position to even think about passive. A lot of us don't even have the skill sets that are required to be able to manage a passive portfolio. Because if you understand the importance of managing a passive portfolio, you will understand that when you're managing something passively, you're still actively giving attention, actively engaging, actively growing the portfolio. Unless you know how to hire staff or executives that can run your passive business, but you're going to have to pay them. So a lot of us are trying to be passive before we even master active income. You got to get active. You got to get active. You want to get in real estate. A lot of y'all like, man, Jake, I just want to get a property, never see it again. And yeah, no, those are the people who go bankrupt. Those are the people that don't build real estate portfolios. Those are the people that don't understand the due diligence. Come on, you got to understand that. Stop letting these people fool you. It take work to get wealthy. It take work to make $100,000 a year. It was harder for me to learn how to make $100,000 a year consistently than it is for me to make $1 million. I promise you. You got to get active. Number two, you want to find things that you are interested in that you could learn to love. Everybody always talks about you want to find something you love to do. Shit, most of us don't even know how to love our damn self. So how you going to know how to love an opportunity? How you going to know how to love a career? Because what you're going to find out is when you love something, it actually takes more work. So you want to find something that you can have a strong interest in, that you can feel like you can fall in love with it. Which means loving the good, the bad, the ugly, and the indifferent. And there's no way you can know how to love any opportunity. There's no way that you can know how to love any opportunity if you first don't know how to freaking love yourself. Because if you love yourself, you know what you're good at, what you're not good at, what you're great at, what you're not great at. And you're not delusional with your abilities. You're not delusional with your ability. Do you know the definition of ability? Let's look up the definition of ability. And I want y'all to write this down because I say this all the time, but we're going to look it up because I don't want to paraphrase. I don't want to tell you exactly. The definition of ability is a talent or skill or proficiency in a particular area. That means somebody possesses the skill to accomplish a task. So when I ask you, do you have the ability to love an endeavor or to love yourself. That means you have to master certain skills to even know if you love it. And some of us don't stay in opportunities long enough to know if you're going to love it or not. So we talk about making $100,000. What good is you join every time you join an opportunity, you quit some shit? Could it get hard? You don't know if you love it until you develop the muscle, the skill set to be able to get through tough times. So number one was you got to get active. Get off this passive income shit. Stop it. That ain't building no real business or no real wealth. Number two, find something that you can be interested in and that you feel like you have the potential to love it. You want to date opportunities with the intention to marry it. So that means that you must love yourself. The reason why so many of us have a hard time finding an opportunity is the same reason why so many of us have a hard time finding someone to fall in love with, to love. Because we don't know ourselves. So we're going out here trying to date people with the intention like we know ourselves. That's the same exact type of game plan that we come in when it comes to opportunities. Shit, oh, you making money over there? Shit, let me come over there. Oh shit, y'all over there. Oh, let me come over there. Same thing you do with your relationship. Shit, he got money. Shit, I date him. Shit, she got a fat butt. Shit, I date her. Shit, she giving it up like that. Shoot, I'll come over there and oh, you know how to cook. Shoot, I can. That's exactly how we look at opportunities. What abilities do you have? What's going on, Brother Sean? What abilities do you have? Have you mastered? And find opportunities that match or that meet that skill set. So what abilities have I mastered? Do I have a skill set in? Good enough to meet an opportunity. Now you may say, Jake, well, I don't have a skill set or an ability yet. Well, that's when I say you need to date opportunities that fit that skill set. Find opportunities. Learn the skill. See if you can fall in love with the skill. So many of us are talking about how there's not enough money in the marketplace, how there's a recession. How about you find opportunities that are going to be here tomorrow, not just a quick flip today? You want me to tell y'all the reason why I didn't get into Turo? Here's a reason why I didn't get into Turo. Because I don't think that Turo is going to be here a decade from now. I think that Turo is a good money flip right now. I think it's good. I think that Airbnb is a good money flip right now. I think it's cool. But what I think it would be here longer than Airbnb is owning a property. What I think about Turo is eventually it'll get so competitive that the money will be so hard to actually make. So the opportunity of actually getting in there and making a bag that can be the bag forever, we miss that. You have to work 10 times harder to make the same exact money that people are making right now. But they're teaching you their strategies. I'm not saying anyone in particular. Those are just two that came to my mind. But they're teaching you those strategies as if what they did to get in the industry will be the same exact thing that you can do and actually for you to win in today's time where most people know about it. So you want to learn skill sets and learn abilities that are transferable to opportunities. What makes you better at being in a relationship? You learn things about yourself in other relationships that were transferable. But a lot of us are looking at opportunities to make a quick flip, and you're not looking at opportunities that you can find yourself actually doing for a while. That's a number one reason so many people fail at making $100,000 a year. You looking for the quick flip. I'm looking for the opportunity that could possibly be here for a decade. I want to know what, just like you dating, right? Just appreciate that Sean said they're creating laws right now to prevent people from doing Airbnb. I'm telling y'all, So when it comes to opportunities, right? I take opportunities like I do dating. If I'm dating you, that means I see the ability to potentially marry you. But I know what I want. So if I were to date, I know the things that I'm looking for in the opportunity to let me know that this could potentially be a long-term thing. It's the same way you should be looking at business opportunities. Is this opportunity going to be here? Or is this a short-term skill that I'm learning that will not be transferable years down the line? Is this a transferable skill set? Number 3, how to make the third thing you need to learn how to do to make $100,000 a year is to stop freaking lying to your damn self about where you are financially. That's a start. Stop the lies. What they say, stop the cap. Stop the cap. Stop lying to you. The person you should not be lying to is you. You lie so much to everyone else that you start believing your lie like you good financially. Stop lying. You are not good. Your money is not right. You made $10,000 in 1 month and still have not repeated that $10,000. Yet you keep telling everybody you make $10,000 a month. No, your ass do not make $10,000 a month. You made $10,000 1 month 6 months ago. Stop lying. You got to deal in realism. Realism says, I am not financially okay. Because when you start believing your lie, when you start believing that lie, you naturally believe that you good. And in your mind, you told yourself, all I need to do is make $100,000 a year. That's what you told yourself. All I need to do is make $100,000 a year. That's all I need to do. Now you keep telling yourself and you keep getting online telling people how you making $10,000 a month. So subconsciously, it starts to believe that, and now you ain't putting no work or no effort in because your mind think y'all at $10,000 a month. A lot of us are not as good as we think that we are. You made good money with that one product or that 2 products. But can you create a new product, a new opportunity, a new service and still get the same result? That's the question. That's when you know your skill set has been mastered and is transferable. Can I take my same skill to a new product, to a new service, to a new opportunity and get the same result? That's the question. So how to make $100,000 a year? Stop lying. Stop the cappery. Stop the bullshitting. If your finances ain't shit, you need to look at them for where they are. Stop adding little extra numbers on your stuff. Go by what that tax return really say. Some of y'all will look your tax returns right in the eyes. You looking right at that paper and be like, shit, but I made $1 million. Your tax return say 60,000. I'm talking about the top line, not what you netted and wrote off. I'm talking about that top line. That top line says 60,000, yet your ass getting online talking about you made $250,000. Well, why wasn't it reported on your taxes? Let me see it. Let me see that. So when you stop lying to yourself, y'all know what happens when you stop lying to yourself when it comes to where you are financially? You want me to tell you what happens? This is what happens. You start to take an account, which takes me to number 4. You start to hold yourself accountable to executing. When you start to think you better than what you are, you stop lying. You stop working. But when you're looking at where you are and you take a realistic account for where you really are, guess what happens? You actually do work. People tell me all the time what they good at. They give me advice. They try to give me game. But I haven't personally met anybody that can go to different industries, different products and services that can produce the same result with different people every time. Haven't met nobody. Does that mean I'm better? No. It just means that I took time mastering a skill set because I never think too highly of myself, and I take extreme accountability for when I fuck up. I take extreme accountability to when I drop the ball. I let myself get cut up. Why? So that I can learn those skill sets that are required in order for me to transfer them to the next opportunity or next situation. I don't play the blame game. I take the blame. But the reason why so many of us can't make $100,000 a year is because we like to point the finger at everybody else as the reason why you not winning, or as the reason why your business is failing, or as the reason why your products are off, or as the reason why your relationship ain't working. We like to point the finger at everybody else but the person that you look at in the freaking mirror regularly. Yeah, you got 9 businesses. Cool. You got 9 LLCs. Cool. But they don't produce revenue. They cannot be sold. Nobody would ever invest in them. So realistically, if you hold yourself accountable, you stop lying to yourself, you realize, you know what? I ain't shit. And I really don't have the... Let me focus on one thing. Let me really get good at one thing. Let me really master one thing. If every time you start something and it ends up imploding and it can't sustain itself or last, you should start looking at yourself. Jake, why is accountability important? It's very important. If you look around every 4 or 5 years or 2 to 3 years, you got new friends. You got to start looking at the root, not the fruit. Going from opportunity to opportunity, offer to offer. Your business change every 2 years. You got to start looking at the root, not the fruit. It takes about 5 to 7 years of doing the same one thing. It takes about 5 to 7 years of doing the same one thing to gain real momentum in your business or in your brand. 5 to 7. You want to make passive income? Do something actively, the same thing, 5 to 7 years, and watch what passive happens after that. Do something for 5 to 7 years, the same thing for 5 to 7 years, and watch how your brand begins to passively produce you income after what you planted actively. So number 1 was to get active. Number 2 was to find something that you could fall in love with. Find something you can fall in love with. Somebody say, well, Jake, they say follow your passion and your love. I said this earlier. How can you love something if you don't know how to love yourself? How do you fall in love with someone? You find someone you're interested in that have the basic qualifications or qualities that you could deem as someone you could marry. And then you know what you do? You work actively to build a love for someone. So how do you fall in love with an opportunity or a business? You find a business that fits what you are looking for. It has the opportunity, it has the right thing, and you have naturally the ability that can add value to the opportunity. No different than relationships. I know if I have the ability to hold this woman down. You should know as a woman if you have the ability to hold that man down, or eventually time will reveal that you're not built for it. So how do you fall in love with an opportunity? Well, you got to know yourself, know your ability, and then you find an opportunity that fits what you know you can bring and what you know you need from it. Then you work hard to love it, to fall in love with it. Love is an action word, not a feeling. That's the problem that a lot of us have. You fall in and out of love of opportunities because you think that love is a feel-good feeling. You don't love yourself, so you don't know. Loving yourself says, despite how I feel, despite what people say, despite my failures, I love me so much that I would never doubt me. I would never count me out. I would never bet against me. I would never take myself out this world. I would never take myself out the game. I love me too much. That's called loving through failure, loving through mistakes. That's love. Love is in action. Love is an action word, not a feeling. So this is why a lot of us cannot make $100,000 a year consistently. Because the moment it stops feeling fun to you is the moment you want to look for something else. Forget that it was the perfect opportunity. Forget that it was the perfect curriculum. Forget it was the perfect program. Forget that it was the perfect situation. The moment you stop feeling good about it is the moment you say, no, I need to try something else. This is exactly what happens in most of the stuff that happens in all of our lives. This is why right here. Say, Jake, how come I can't be successful consistently? Because you never stay long enough to love something. You don't know if you love what you do, or you love your situation, or if you love your business partners until shit crumble. See, I find out when people love me when shit hit the fan, not when shit good. When I hurt your feelings, do you still love me? When I didn't execute, do you still love me? When the money didn't come through how you want, do you still love? When the opportunity, do you still love me? If I'm working late at the house, at the office, and I'm not coming home like I used to, no, do you still love me? Love happens after pain. Love happens after stress. Love happens after tension. Love happens after pretend. Love happens after the backstab. Love happens after the cut. Love happens after the failure. So you don't know if you love an opportunity until the opportunity cuts you. Until that opportunity failed you. Until that opportunity didn't deliver the way that it should. So when they say do what you love, well, shit, how do you know you love it? Because wouldn't you already be doing it? I thank God for all of my failures. Because it's all of my failures that let me know I'm doing what I love. Y'all, you know how many times I let people down doing what I love? How many times I dropped the ball doing what I love? You know how many times I cut corners, I got cut, stabbed, but I'm still in the trenches doing what I love? And I'm still doing it. That let me know, Jake, this is what you called to do. You don't know that you're called to do something until you hit rock bottom doing it and you still know that you need to be doing it. You don't know. A lot of us be like, man, I'm called to this. You know why you ain't making $100,000? Because you ain't stayed long enough to figure out if you're called to it. Man, God has called me to this opportunity. Yet when shit get tight, he ain't call you no more. Huh? That call not there no more. I thought I need to learn how to make $100,000. I'm not trying to show you how to make $100,000 a year one time. I'm trying to show you how to make $100,000 a year for the rest of your life. I don't remember the last time I did not make $100,000 in a year. Number 5. Number 5. You got to learn how to think for yourself. You got to learn how to think for yourself. I've been teaching for 10 years. And this is the most common sense, non-common sense statement that people never get. Everybody always say, I think for myself. I think for myself. And 90% of the people that I talk to don't think for themselves. You get into a program or a situation and you waiting for that mentor or that coach to do the work for you. You waiting for that mentor or that coach to come help you build your damn business. You want to get handheld so much that they build your company too. Successful people think for themselves. What's up with it? Successful people don't wait on someone else to do the work for them. They do it. Successful people aren't waiting for the right opportunity to do the work. Successful people are going to do the work no matter the no matter the terrain, no matter if the opportunity is right or not. Some people say, Jake, when do you know it's time for you to build a business? Shit, I don't know. I just got started. When I felt the urge, that was when it was time. I didn't know what was going on in the market. I didn't know if the market was good, the market was bad, because successful people don't look at no news to determine if it's good for their business or not. So I'm going to get it done. I'm going to figure it out. If it's the right time for my business or not, we finna get cracking. And I'm going to find a way for some. Listen, let me tell y'all something. If people out here still buying drugs and alcohol, shit, there's a room for me. If they still buying drugs and alcohol, the market ain't that bad where the liquor stores and the drug dealers stop. When the liquor stores and the drug dealers stop delivering their product, that's when I know shit tight. Until then, shit, Jake finna be selling these packs. Until then, y'all finna be buying insurance policies. Until then, y'all finna be using my technologies. Until then, y'all finna be paying for my education curriculums. Shit, when all the clubs closed down, all the drug dealers shut down, all the liquor stores shut down, and all the churches shut down, that's when I know we in an economic crisis. Until then, I don't give a damn what these people saying online. I don't give a damn what the news saying. What does this mean for you to make $100,000 in a year? So many people be like, well, Jake, people don't want to buy my product. And I don't know who to talk to because the market is saturated. The market is saturated. You don't even know what saturation means. The market is saturated. So you telling me you talked to 325 million Americans and they all told you that they doing service with somebody else? Saturated. You telling me women out here stealing husbands and niggas out here stealing wives, and you telling me the market is saturated? Niggas spouses getting taken every day out here. The market saturated? No. The market just wants what it wants, and what you're delivering ain't good. Get better. What you are presenting ain't good. Get better. Or you're not talking to enough people. It goes the same way back to relationships. They say, ain't no good men out here. Where I say, where you been? You know, I go to my church and I go to work and I just be in the house. Well, how the hell you know ain't no good men out here? You don't travel? How the hell you know ain't no good men out here? When the last time you been to a business conference? When the last time you been to a worship conference? When the last time you invested to get into an area with like-minded people, with the type of people you looking for? Talking about ain't no good men. No, you ain't doing no good investments. You think that your ass being on that Tinder app is enough. Get your ass out that house. Same thing with your business. Man, ain't nobody selling my products out here. Well, you ain't getting your product out a lot, which takes me to number 6. You got to master distribution. Let me tell y'all one thing about Cousin Jake. Can't nobody stop. Can't nobody stop my products from hitting the market. Nobody. Cause I always got too many distribution channels. Now, Jake, what you mean? A lot of y'all think that just Instagram is enough for your business to sustain itself. No. You think just your platform's enough? You think just working at your church and offering your product at your school is enough? No. I got many different distribution channels. So one person shut me down, I got another one opening up. What's that? That's called business. Every distribution opportunity is not always going to be there for you. Some people going to cut it down. They're going to try to raise their prices. Guess what? You got to go on to the next one. It's almost like the drug deal. Any of y'all watch Snowfall? Ain't none of y'all watch Snowfall, the show? It's on FX. I will recommend, if you're an entrepreneur, you should watch it and get business principles from it. Anytime Franklin had a distributor shut down, or a channel or a neighborhood shut down, he just found another channel, another distributor, another platform. So why do you get upset when you on Instagram and it's not working? Take your ass to Facebook. Take your ass to YouTube. Partner with somebody that got following. So let me give y'all the game for those that want to make 100. So say you got a good product, right? Here is the gem that's gonna get you to 100,000, even though the ones already do. If God, who created the earth, only had one distribution channel for their ocean, their water, the freaking world would dry up. Because if somebody just cut off that one channel, all of the water that touches the world will be gone. So he has big body of water that goes through rivers, lakes, waterfall. It even gets evaporated in the sky and then rained in other areas, and it cycles all back to the same locations. Why? Because God understood the power of multiple distribution channels. You get it through the cloud, the clouds in the sky. You get it through the river. You get it through the ocean. You get it through the lake. You get it through the waterfall. It evaporates and it moves. Guess what? Multiple distribution channels. When you're overly dependent on one distribution channel, of course you will be scared. Of course your business is finicky. Your product needs to be in multiple channels all at one time. I'm about to show you how to do it. It's called joint ventures. Giving y'all the game right here. It's called joint ventures. Joint ventures. And joint venture opportunities work like this. When you find someone that has a social media platform, they doing all these dancing, or they're giving value, they got a bunch of followers, no products. You want to treat it or treat your product or service like the drug game. You wanna make a deal with them that says, hey yo, listen, you got this block sold on lock. You got this block sold on lock. So what I want you to do, move this product and make some money now that you got the attention of the people. You ain't making no money. I'll do everything on the back end. All you got to do is push the weight. Ain't that what the Duns be doing? Ain't that what the big bosses be doing? Hey, listen, I'll front the weight. We'll break it down on the back. I'll do all the back end. Just get us in front of the people, and then boom, we good. A lot of y'all looking at y'all social media pages. Y'all seeing 100, 200, 300. Y'all got 300 followers, and you're like, damn, I ain't got that many followers. That's why I can't make no money. No, you just don't understand. It's not about resources. It's about being resourceful. It ain't about resources. It's about being resourceful. Now, Jake, what you mean? A lot of y'all just don't know. A lot of y'all just don't know how to broker a deal. So if you got a bum product, I'm about to give y'all some game. I'm about to give y'all some game. Here's the problem that a lot of y'all have, right? Especially when you start off as an entrepreneur. Especially when you're trying to make your first $100,000. I will be trying to get back end sales or other brand person sales first before I dip out on my own. Here's what I mean. Here's what I mean. Say you created, say you made candles. Let's say you made candles. Say you made natural, organic candles. It's like to call everything organic these days. Natural, organic candles. Say this is what you made, right? And you find a couple of ladies that got huge followings. They be into the incense and they be into the they be into all of that. They do the ringer sound with the HZs. They do all of that. It's easy for you to present to them and say, listen, I want to send you something. I make natural organic candles and every scent creates or feels an emotion. I want to send you this candle with a brand idea that I have for you. And I'll do all the producing. If you like it, I'll do all the producing. I'll have your brand on here. I'll do all the support back end. And if you like it, you and I can do a deal. And I'll do the whole thing for you. If she ain't making no money and you giving her a product she can put her name on it, who gonna say no to you? Who gonna say no? Then you do a proprietary deal with them and says, I won't allow nobody to have your name to use this product. She gonna sell 1,000 units. Then you go to somebody else and you say, listen, I want to do a proprietary deal with you. I got a JV partner right now. They use my candles on the back end. I do all the heavy lifting for them. I do all the work for them. I put their brand, their names and stuff on it. Last month they made $10,000. I want to do the same deal with you. I'm sending you a couple of candles with different moods. I'm going to put your label on it, your logo. And if you like it, we can get in business. I'll have everything set up. Then guess what? Then you do a deal with them. Now you got 2 major distribution channels using your product. The problem that a lot of us have is you want to be seen, not felt. The problem that a lot of us have is you want to be seen, not felt. See, if you go through that process, right, and you got 5, 6, 7 people that are using that brand, your brand, to produce the products, and you're on the back end, they doing the selling. They producing the products, but they getting a piece of your whole play. See, in business, right? I believe, now listen, I've never, been to prison, and I've never sold drugs or anything, right? But if I had, I would never want to be seen. I just would want to feel, I would want people to depend on a person that they've never seen. So when people say, Jake, I'm trying to be an entrepreneur, I'm shy. I just gave you an example. Go to somebody who want to be seen, that want to talk a lot, put a product in their hand, and watch you make $100,000 a year. Meek said, how much do they get? 50%? Hell no. If you're doing everything on the back end, they get 20, 25%. If they want to start doing more leg lifting with their product, with your product, you can do that. But I would definitely put a non-compete. My products, all this cannot be competed with. And if you decide to leave my brand, you can't sell shit like mine for 5 years. And guess what I would do? I would get the website built. I would get all that distribution built. Because why? I told y'all, active money makes the most money. These mofos online, they just want to be passive. So go let their ass be passive. They just want to take pictures and be on jets and live life to the fullest, taking pictures and shit. Let them do that. But don't let them do that without paying you, getting you paid. Don't let them do that without getting you paid. Shoot. Y'all, listen. Active people who run active businesses love passivists. Why? Because a pacifist don't want to put no work in. Like to run nothing, but they just want to participate in the passive of things. So the active income, no, I can get your entire distribution channel for a fraction of the cost, and I can go do the same thing over and over again to other people's distribution channels. Now, if it's somebody of equal weight, they have equal staff, equal value, equal this, equal that, then of course you'll do a 50-50 deal. And depending on how big the distribution channel is or how big they are in building the brand, you will probably do a proprietary deal with them where you only work with them. But y'all, there are influencers everywhere. There are distribution channels being built. People are literally learning. Y'all need to go to Digital Real Estate if you want to learn how to make money online, become an influencer, and make bread just with your page. Digital Real Estate, digitalrealestate.com. Listen, with Brother Ben X, listen. There are people literally learning how to just be influencers. If you don't take your product and go find you some influencers that just want to do videos every day, influencers are the new shows that you want commercial space on. Influencers are the new networks that you want your product to be seen on. Wait, it's not digitalrealestate.com. Just go to Brother Ben X on IG and click the link in his bio. I forgot. My bad. I don't know what it is. I forgot the .com. But the point I'm making is making $100,000. I will not say it's easy, but it's simple. Number one, get active. Stop trying to get six figures passively. Get active. Find something that you can. Number two, find something that you see yourself being interested in based on your natural abilities, and something that you can fall in love with. Okay, I was interested in finances. I didn't know I would love it to teach it as long as I've taught it. But through years and through trials and through research and through me developing my skills even more, I fell in love with it the more vested I became in developing my skills. Number three, stop lying. Stop lying. Stop telling everybody that you good, your finances straight if they not. Because the more you lie to everybody, the more you're going to start believing it and the less harder you work. Okay? And if you only made $5,000, $10,000 one time, every other time, maybe 6 times, you do not make $10,000 a month. You made it 1 time, 2 times, 3 times. $10,000 a month means you make that every month no matter what. Rain, sleet, or snow, 10,000 finna go. If that is not you, then you need to stop telling people that. What's up, baby?
Daddy, can I have Sprite?
Yeah, well, who house you at?
Um, so, somebody came, so my uncle came in and he had juice and he gave me the juice, he said the Sprite, he said I was kidding and he took it back.
Yes. So thank you for calling me and asking me can you have Sprite. One, you need to put some lotion on.
I put some lotion on today.
Yeah, I can't tell, baby. Your elbows are ashy. It is crazy. Are you at Anjanae house? All right, two. You cannot have a Sprite until you drink a full bottle of water. After you drink your full bottle of water, you can have a Sprite.
Okay.
So lotion, water, Sprite.
Yeah, but I didn't think of lotion.
Well, they got some lotion there. Ask them.
Okay.
All right, love you. Bye. All right, so I forgot what was that. Oh, 4, extreme accountability. Accountability. Stop pointing the fingers at what everybody else is doing and start looking at what you are doing. Did you execute everything? Did you do your part? Did you do everything that you could? Or were you not delivering or not executing on your half? The more accountable you become to everything that's happening in your life, the more realistic you'll actually become to your situation. The less accountable you are to your situation, the less likely you are to see the realism or be realistic about the position that you currently are in. When you point the finger, it's going to be harder for you to get better. But when you say, shit, that's my fault. I didn't execute. I bought another program. I got into another community and did not execute. It's not their fault. It's my fault. Damn, I bought another person program that was a scammer. It's not their fault. It's your fault. You bought the damn program. You bought their course. You didn't do no due diligence. You didn't do no research. You saw one good video, got excited. They showed you one little screenshot, and you didn't do any research to know how long they've been doing it. And you bought in with lack of information. So your lack of information and lack of time that you took to actually learn due diligence is the reason why you got screwed. That's on you. Extreme accountability. You get into a business opportunity and you spend thousands of dollars buying products and shit that don't sell. It ain't on the manufacturer and distributor. It's on your ass. Five, successful people think for themselves. Successful people think for themselves. If you know that you are weak at telling people no, if you know you are weak, if you know you are weak of telling people no, when you know that you got addictive habits or you got addictive nature, successful people think for themselves. Damn, if I go into this environment, I know I'm going to become weak because it's going to be hard for me to tell my friends no. So I'm not going out. Damn, Jake, you a party pooper, bro. You never have fun. You never want to kick it with us. No, it's not that I don't love y'all. I love me enough to know what I can and what I can't put myself in. I love me enough to know what situation I can and I cannot be able to get out of. Man, discipline is, Jake, you can get in any environment and be good. Hell no. Discipline is knowing what environments I damn sure know I don't need to be in. Discipline is knowing who when I pick up the phone make me nervous or give me anxiety. So because I know I get anxiety talking to this one person, I'm just going to stop talking to them. Because every time I talk to them, I start drinking because they irritate me so much. So thinking for yourself, say, I'm not going to answer that damn phone. I'm not answering that text right now. I will get to it when I get to it because y'all are getting on my goddamn nerves. People who think for themselves, guess what? Typically don't have large circles. I got you, Jay. People who think for themselves typically don't have a lot of friends. People who think for themselves are typically called assholes. Ain't shit. They too good. Think too much of themselves. They bigger. People who think for themselves are not well liked. You got to be okay with that. You got to be okay with that. But when you want to be friends with everybody, you want everybody to like you. You want everybody to like your disposition. You want everybody to follow you. You want everybody to like your page. And you want everybody that when you go live, they absolutely love you and nobody is talking shit about you. Nobody, then guess what? You're going to have all the friends, but you're going to be literally have no word or no voice for yourself because you do what everybody wants you to do. No, that's not somebody who thinks for themselves. You know you don't fuck with this person. You know that you don't mess with this person. And you know the energy and the vibe you're going to be in. But yet you do business with them because the money is good. That ain't thinking for yourself. You setting yourself up to get effed up. Think for yourself. Just because your cousin them said a program good, think for yourself. Thinking for yourself says, shit, I know I'm lazy as hell. And I say I want to get better, but I don't really want to get better. Then don't spend no money on no product and then say it didn't work. When you know if you would have thought for yourself, you never would have purchased it. Because you're lazy. Think for yourself. If I tell you, exactly, Meek, if I tell you I don't rock with that person. If I tell you I don't rock with this person, and here's why. What I would do is, I would hear you out. I would hear you out. And if I was already talking to this person, I would try to find those traits based on what you said. And then I would make a decision. Because I think for myself. And although Meek said that, I'm somebody who thinks for myself. So you may not like this person for whatever they've done. And you may be valid. But because I think for myself, I just know what not to give them access to. You may say this person is trash. But ultimately, my question is, why do you feel that way and what happened? Oh, you made an untrustworthy person your friend. Oh, that's on you then. Because I would never trust them that much to give them access to none of my shit. But there's somebody that, we got enough similarities together. We got enough similarities together, huh? Think for myself. Shit, Jake, everybody gonna be at this conference. It's gonna be a great opportunity for you to get to the bag. My question all the time is, who gonna be there? Who gonna be there? Because when you online and you get introduced to a lot of people online, you know who really full of shit. And based on who there, I know who full of shit or not. And because I think for myself, I would rather not show up than be around a lot of people who ain't shit. Who there? Who gonna be there? Shit, tell them I love them. I love you. But I ain't coming. What, man, you gonna let that person mess up your bag? You can't mess up a bag that God gave me, and God would never want me in no environment with that person. I ain't going. Think for yourself. You know how you get. You gonna let somebody make you come to some event or make you come to some opportunity when you know how you are? You gonna get there and not be on your P's and Q's because you already feeling the way the moment you walk into the room. So I ain't going. If you respect me, you know who not to invite. Successful people think for themselves. Successful people do research. And successful people never cut corners. So this is what we're doing for Memorial Day. For those of you that celebrate holidays and those of you that celebrate Memorial Day or you participate in a vacation for the day, this is what I want you to do. I want you to go to the Family Banking Pack or go to the FamilyBankingPack.com, www.FamilyBankingPack.com, or click the link in my bio. You'll get access to all of 3 of these curriculums that DG and myself have written. All 3 of these thick curriculums, y'all see that? On private banking, independent financing, building your own business from scratch, all of that. But you'll get the digital version, only digital, and only for the next 24 hours for $99. Some of you that qualify for the payment plan will be able to get it for $20 down payment for your cart. So if anybody want access to information, go. If this your first time meeting me, do your research on Cousin Jake. Okay, don't get nothing without doing research. Go do some research on me. Come on back. And that's what it's going. These are digital versions only. Digital versions only. For $99, you'll be able to have access to 3 courses over 55 hours of course training, a live community, and digital curriculums of that, right? So go to privatebankingpack.com or click the link in my bio and take advantage of the discount for the day. Other than that, I'll talk to y'all later. Listen, and at all times, remember one thing. If there are 2 things I want you to take from this, is you got to do the work yourself, and 2, stop lying to you. Stop lying to you. The moment you stop lying to yourself will be the moment your life changed. Somebody said, hold on. We'll let y'all know when we're sending them out. They should be out by this week. Is this different from the old one purchase? Yes. The old one was this one. This is the one y'all got, the original one that I created. This is the new one that I wrote and that we created coursework on. And this is all of Derek Grace's content when it comes to private banking and how to build true successful business debt free. So yeah, so if you already got the original private banking blueprint, that's just icing on the cake from how we go more in depth into it. So listen, join the community. Go to click the link in my bio if y'all want to join our free community where we go live like this regularly. I haven't been live to teach no game like this in a minute. And usually we cut it off and make y'all come to the cartel to watch it live. Other than that, I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.